try and be as real and try and give up as much time as you can in order to make an impact on your guys' writing, your guys' day, I suppose mine as well.
I suppose you're realistic about the questions that will come your way. I mean, your press conference was pretty crowded, and I guess this is a Lancashire media day, but a lot of questions about England for you.
Yeah, 100%. Look, and I think you I suppose as a player, when you prep yourself mentally moving into a press interview, you got to be realistic in what questions are going to come your way. You got to be clever as well, and you've I suppose got to come up with answers that you give away a little bit, but you don't give away too much. But yeah, look, you do get some very interesting questions. You get some questions where you can't skirt around them. You can't, I suppose. Sort of hide in the bush, and that's perfectly fine. I mean, questions around performance from a personal point of view, you realise they are going to be there, and you've got to realise that you've got to answer them honestly, which is, I suppose, tough from a player's point of view. You I suppose poking holes in your own performance, but then also I suppose tough from a writing point of view when you've actually got to write that article.
Yeah, I've noticed from interviews you've done, you've always almost faced up to and been honest about your own form. You know, so much talk about the England top order, and you're one of the guys who are trying to fill that role. And when you've almost said, yeah, I needed to go away, work on my game, and you've been pretty honest about that, really.
Look, from a personal point of view, I've never been afraid of being honest. I feel like I am who I am. I've never at any point taken a step back in order to not try my hardest. So obviously there's a certain degree of things that you don't give away in the media from a player's point of view. But you've got to front up. I mean, when you're out in the middle, you've got to front up. You front up to the media, you front up to the world, you front up to millions of people that are sitting there watching. And you might as well do it in a press box.
And so what's been your answer today? Obviously been asked about your England ambitions going into this massive summer for English cricket. I mean, how do you sum that up, and how have you dealt with the questions about your own role in that?
Look, from my point of view, it's the good thing is my position is up for grabs, essentially. Bad thing is my position is up for grabs because I'm the person in holding. So from my point of view, I'm wearing a Lancs shirt and I need to put in as many performances that will win games of cricket for Lancs as I can. It's a batter, I think, when you move yourself too far forward or too far back in your own performances, if you're getting held back by scars of past performances or past dismissals or whatever it is, or you're looking too far ahead, I think you can get wrapped up in a flow or in a rhythm that isn't where you need to be at the moment. So I need to score as many runs as I can, and if selection comes off the back of that, then awesome. If it doesn't, awesome. That's not down to me and my control.
Any questions for that? Yeah.
What do you think of your chances of securing a place in the squad for the Ashes, and what do you think you need to improve personally to secure that?
Look, there's quite a few things technically that I think I need to improve, which I suppose were exposed and repeatedly exposed on tour, which is part and parcel of professional life. But at the same stage, again, I have never been afraid of going away, putting in the work in the nets, because I want to get better, and if it means that I never play another test match for England, so be it. I'm a massive believer of if you've played 165 tests in a row, or you play one test and you get 2 noughts, you've represented your country, and that's an unbelievable honour, and that's an honour that a lot of people don't get the opportunity to do. So there were certain areas technically that I needed to improve, and I made certain tweaks. I won't go into them now and bore you, but from my point of view, hopefully they pay dividends, and if they don't, then you're back to the drawing board and you need to go again.
I'm focusing on the county season coming up after relegation last season. Do you feel like the team can bond round and keep up the form and get them straight back up?
Yeah, hopefully. Look, I mean, it's an exciting group of guys. It's a young group of guys in terms of cricketing experience. I mean, it's aided massively by guys like Jimmy, Bunny, Dane. So some really exciting guys, some experienced guys. So yeah, look, like I said, moving into this year, it'll be really exciting for the guys to be able to, I suppose, not pull us out of a hole, because I don't think we were in a hole, but pull us out of Div 2 and hopefully pull us back up to Div 1 and competing in Div 1. You don't want to be known as a club or as a group of players that go up and come down. You want to be known as a club that competes and are really tough to beat, get to Div 1 and push all the time for I suppose, Div 1 honours.
Are you confident of getting promoted back to the top division, or is it going to be a season of consolidation and then straight back up?
No, look, I think when you ask every team in Div 2, they're all going to be confident of promotion. There's 3 teams being promoted, which I suppose highs your chances. but I think I'd hate it if people under the illusion that, by people I mean fans, spectators, under the illusion that Div 2 is suddenly easy cricket, guys bowling underarms and all the rest of it. These are highly skilled, highly trained professionals that want to perform, they want to do well and win. So we as a club need to do exactly the same. We level out this year in order to try and perform and try and win 3 trophies.
Who do you think will be particularly key to the squad this year? Do you think there's anyone who can make a step up this year and make a big impact?
Look, there's probably a few guys. There's a few guys that have missed quite a bit of cricket last year through various issues. I mean, I don't want to pick out anybody. I think it just sort of puts unnecessary pressure on a young lad or an old dog like Bunny, but I think it really is going to very old dog. Sorry, but no, look, I mean, I'm not pull the mick out of Bunny, but he's been fantastic. He's as a role model, as a human being, as a professional, he's absolutely fantastic. So I think a lot of guys, including myself, can look at him and really go about it his way, and we'll have fantastic years. So look, I think as a squad, it's going to be a squad effort. I don't think there's going to be any one guy that's going to stick his hand up and sort of blow anybody away in order to win a championship.
We were just talking to Paul about the 100 ball format. What's your personal view on that? Do you think it's good for the game?
Look, I think for me, as long as you look after the fans and the supporters you have already within cricket, and then you look to grow, fantastic. I'm never afraid of trying sort of new games, new formats and all the rest of it. I think it's exciting if it brings more people and new people into the ground, fantastic. The logistics of it, I have no opinion. At the end of the day, I can't control it. I can't make any difference on it from a personal point of view. So, sort of get in your boat and see which way the sort of rhythm goes.
Great, thank you.
Cheers, Keith.
Cool. No worries, guys.
That's really good. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.